What's up, you guys? Ethan here, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile of my Solgaleo Metagross deck. So yeah, here we go. So let's start off with the energy. Uh, 4 double colorless energy is pretty standard in most decks. I have steel, 10 steel energy. Excuse me, just straight steel. Sorry if I sound a little nasally. I've been having a lot of sinus drainage, and I've been blowing my nose nonstop, and it really sucks. So yeah, there's nothing really special as far as energy. It's just common energy, really. So let's move on to the supporters. So first off, we start with Lily. She's a really good draw spell. A lot of times in the deck, you'll just be playing cards over and over, and you'll be, just constantly emptying your hand, either fetching stuff out of your deck or just playing stuff or evolving your Pokemon. So just one of her. We have one Bridget. She's good early game. After that, if I've already got 2 Metagrosses and a Solgaleo out, I generally don't use her. I might use her to go get a Rangaroo, but then again, I have a Nest Ball for that. So she's not completely useful. She can be traded out for an N or something. Yeah, but she's okay though. We run 2 Missy's Terminations. This is good just to search out your deck, thin it out a little bit. She's kind of an extension to having Ultra Balls, because a lot of times I'll have a Metang out on my bench or a Cosmoem. I just really need a Solgaleo or Metagross, and more often than not, I can just use Missy's Termination, and I'll be able to find what I need. So 2 of her. Then we have a playset of Lysander. If you don't like playing Lysander, then I guess you can try Pokemon Catcher, but Lysander's what I would recommend. That's what I use. And then we have 3 in. I don't run 4 just because I don't want the deck to feel over clunky. And a lot of times I'll in just to get more cards in my hand, especially if I'm kind of late in the game. Let's move on to our items. I have 1 Nest Ball, really to just fetch out a Rangaroo, or if somehow I end up with more Cosmogs and Metagrosses, then I'll go search out a Metagross or vice versa. Yeah, so it's okay as a 1. I wouldn't recommend having more than 1 though. We have an XP share. XP share isn't completely helpful in this type of deck. I haven't quite play tested with it though, but the way it's running, it seems like you probably don't need to have XP share in the deck. You could probably switch it out for another choice band if you wanted to. Speaking of which, we have 2 choice bands. The reason only for having 2 is we really only put it on. You'd only really put it on the Solgaleo. You can put it on the Metagross, but generally you're just going to be attacking Solgaleo the entire game, unless Solgaleo gets knocked out and you just don't have anything to work with. But it's okay as a 2 of. Maybe a 3 of would be okay too. So we have 2 Professor's Lighters. 2 is fine. 3 would be okay. I don't want to run too many of them just because I don't want to run the risk of just filling up my hand completely. Although if I do use Professor's Lighter, I can just get rid of the energy with an Ultra Ball and then use Metagross to put the energy onto my Solgaleo. It's a nice, neat little trick. We have 2 Versus Seekers. 2 is fine. I think I would actually prefer to run 3 or 4 possibly, because I do like using I do like using Lily, and if I get rid of like Bridget early on, and I just really need basics out, then I can seek her for that. So, yeah, again, it's a pretty standard card. You definitely want to run 4 rare candies. If you're not running 4, run 4. There really isn't an easy way around it, just because Metagross and Solgaleo are both stage 2 Pokemon. So it's really just easier to use rare candy instead of having to wait for the stage 1 to pop around. And then Ultra Ball, again, I would recommend 4 Ultra Balls, just because you can get the Solgaleos and Metagrosses out faster. Again, this also pairs really well with the rare candies, so I can just get rid of 2 cards in my hand that I really don't care about, especially if they're just energy, and use a rare candy to go get whatever. So yeah, so that's it for energy and supporters and items. Let's move on to the actual Pokemon. So we run 1 Oranguru. 1's pretty much all you'll need. You may run 2, but really you don't need to. I just run for his instructability, because again, you will be using the cards in your hand a lot. You'll be terribly sorry. You'll be emptying your hand out a lot during the game. So Oranguru is just a good card to help fill your hand back up. We run 3 Beldums. In this order, for me, I found it easier to do 3-2-3. So 3 Beldum, then 2 Metangs, and then 3 Metagrosses. I wouldn't run just 1 Metang. It's better to run 2 if you're running 3 Metagrosses. I've thought maybe I could take out. I've thought of maybe taking out 1 Cosmog evolution chain to put in Metagross, but I think if Solgaleo is the focus of the deck, it needs to have its own. It needs to have a playset basically. And then for this, it's the standard 4-2-4. So 4 of the basic, 2 of the stage 1, and then 4 of the stage 2. So let's actually go a little bit more in depth with what Metagross and Solgaleo actually does. So Metagross has 250 HP. It has the Geotech System ability, which reads, once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a Psychic or Steel energy from your discard pile onto your active Pokemon. So basically the goal is to have Solgaleo out on your bench, or not on your bench, your active position, and have Metagross on your bench. And you basically, the goal is to have 2 Metagrosses on the bench and to have Solgaleo out. Now if you have 3 Metagrosses out, that's fine. If you have 1 Metagross out, that's fine too. Because basically what you want to do is, during your turn, you want to attach energy from your hand, activate 1 Metagross ability, gain the energy from your discard pile. Because again, you'll be discarding cards from Ultra Ball and from Misty's Determination to go get stuff. Sorry about that. My phone just read low battery, so yeah. And then the algorithm is actually a really sweet ability, or GX attack, So for one colorless, it says search your deck for up to 5 cards and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So it's just five cards. If you've got Metagross out on your active and you like don't have anything for Solgaleo, this is a great a GX attack to use. And I mean, Soul Burst is also a really good attack. But I mean, again, you're going to be focusing energy on Solgaleo instead of Metagross. So it's a little bit. It leans more towards Metagross's GX to use more often in the game. And then Solgaleo has the ability Ultra Road, which reads, once during your turn before you attack, you may switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So if you have like a Beldum as your active and you have Solgaleo on your bench, you just use Ultra Road and switch them. And that's the reason why I don't run Switch. Although I don't know if a whole lot of players actually run Switch. But yeah, so that's basically how the deck is supposed to work. You just get Metagross out, get Solgaleo out, and punch. Because his attack, which is Sunsteel Strike, does 203 damage, which is awesome. It knocks out like most any Pokemon. But the after effect is discard all energy from this Pokemon. So what it does is basically let's say it's turn 3 and I have Solgaleo and a Metagross out. So I attack with Sunsteel Strike. Pokemon is most likely dead. And then I pass the turn. Draw, and then I'll play an energy from my hand, use Metagross, and put another energy on it. That means it already has 2 energy, and next turn I'll more than likely be able to attack with it again. So yeah, it's a really fun deck to play. Just the way, because I used to play Solgaleo and Crobat, so I would have Solgaleo out on the bench and have Crobat out on the active, and just switch it back to have Crobat out and then use its I can't remember what the attack is. Ends with Strike, but basically instead of doing 60 damage, it would do 120 damage. And that was the basis of the game. If I got to use Solgaleo's attack, that was awesome. But yeah, this is a much better build. I do like it a lot better. Yeah, so this is the deck of Metagross Solgaleo. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you like this setup instead of having usually the camera would be over here facing me. So yeah, leave a like on this video, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.